$5 Games presents My Friend Pedro, brought to you by a comment by Postal Dude. The story begins that the protagonist wakes up inside a butcher factory run by elderly mob members. A talking banana pops up with comedic foreshadowing, and then you overhear some people talking about grabbing some meat from the basement. The protagonist assumes they're talking about him and kills them in arguable self-defense. The banana then tells you that since you killed them, you might as well kill everyone else. After doing so, you come across a Christmas bounty hunter convention, who then reveal that you are the next bounty, and I stopped shortly after that. Gameplay wise, it's a side-scrolling platformer mixed with a twin-stick shooter. When not taking damage, you regen life up to the nearest third, and only the pistols have infinite ammo. The weapons you eventually pick up are pistols, submachine guns, a shotgun, an assault rifle, and a rifle. With the pistols and submachine guns, you're able to hold a click to aim one gun at a certain spot while the other gun will follow your mouse like normal, which looks really cool, but I found it to not be very useful as enemies generally take more than one bullet to kill, meaning that rather doing that whole setup, it felt just as effective to focus on one enemy at a time. And this kind of thing happens a lot in the game, where they set up really cool ideas and I could see it grabbing people's imaginations, but it just wasn't working for me. For instance, you have the ability to slow down time, and by getting kills, you can extend the timer. However, the slowdown felt too slow. I felt myself getting bored waiting for the bullets to travel, so I ended up barely using it. The first world all consisted of the same enemy with either pistols or submachine guns. The second world changes it to a different enemy, but they have the same weapons as the first enemy and behave the same way. And although there were 8 levels in the first world, the first 7 felt so similar to each other that it rather felt like just one giant level. That seemed to be the case for the second world as well. Don't get me wrong, I really like the motorcycle level at the end of the first world, and that felt pretty epic. There seems to be 5 worlds with a total of 39 levels, and then the last one that gets tacked on. Now, admittedly, I was approaching the game incorrectly. I was just looking to complete each level, whereas the game wanted to provide setups to execute the coolest shootouts ever. They provide a replay at the end of each level of what they thought was the coolest moment, along with a few ways to easily share it on social media. So overall, the game looks pretty awesome, but I personally didn't have a lot of fun with it. I constantly felt that I wanted to be done with each level and that it was too slowly paced. But the humor, music, and the wacky idea of a talking banana shows that their intent was for the players to have a wacky time. Just I was tired of this enemy after the 10th one, and I still had 400 more to go. So yeah, that's a wrap for this game. Consider picking this game up instead of a low-hanging fruit.